Hey guys, I have to shoot this one. This is a new one. It's kind of weird. Going down the road, looking in the back, seeing this hanging out. See this? Isn't that pretty wild? This is a total new one. Hauled a lot of vehicles, you know, tired vehicles and that kind of thing, but this is different. So with it having the brakes locked on these axles is good, but the one thing that these are basically a trailer that fits together, and you can see the blocking over there. So the flat side, which we'll take a look at, they basically are flipped around and then tied together with pins, and it's like I think an extremely huge RGN trailer. I mean, we're talking 380 feet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some of them are just absolutely monstrous. So what we had to do was find places to tie down. Up there, no problem. You can see all the nice D-rings, and I had to go and find places that I could come into that wouldn't touch any lines. See all those lines way back there? Yeah, a lot of lines, a lot of hydraulic. And there's places I just couldn't put any securement because it would be in jeopardy. So I had 2 belly straps, 4 over the top, but I also had to make sure that it was neutral with these chains. So this one's going this way, and that one's going that way. So at least would tie that down. Now the one that it got interesting, but not too bad, was I had to go way up there, see those lines, and pull at an angle that would keep it away from anything that, excuse me, that would do damages. And it worked out perfectly. It came right in here, no issues at all. I just got, I wouldn't say lucky, but, and I made sure this time that I went ahead and used bungees on all the chain loops. You know, D-rings, and then right in the edge there of that heavy steel, and there is no lines in jeopardy. No lines there in jeopardy. Everything is good, hasn't moved. I had one binder that needed 2 clicks at the end of like 150, 60 miles is where I could find to pull over and check the load again. I checked twice. First time was like at about 75. Next one was 150 or 60 miles. And I made sure that they were squared away, and I've done about 500, and I really didn't have any issues. I did have a tire at the shipper that was damaged. Couldn't see it, it was on the ground. When I rolled forward, then you could see where it had got cut. So luckily the tire guy was there in just a few minutes, and they were very close by and replaced the tire. So on this side, as you can see, let me back up some, it's all flat and there's no D-rings. So you have to get inventive. That's why we went on through with the chains over the top. So it's tied down. Now you can see the wood beams, and there's nothing you can do. There's nowhere to tie them down, so everything better be tight, like no toe nailing with nails, you know, that kind of thing. With that much weight, 33,000, they're sitting on the blocks and they are stable. So I did not have to worry about toe nailing anything. Nothing was going to come loose. It was an unusual one. I wanted to show you. And I had a major breakdown. So I'll just fill you in real quick. I thought I had O-ring injector O-rings failure, when I always take my fuel filters, the primary, and I pour it in my hand and I inspect it. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. But as I checked it, I saw red globules of coolant. I was like, oh geez. So it took me 2 weeks just to get a spot in this mechanic shop. TSF Tech, Spokane, Washington. Good place. And they finally got me in. They thought there was gonna take care of it with the O-ring kit, because it was a service bulletin for that Cummins 871, and they checked it out. And well, we're still getting pressure. It's like, oh no. He said, is it a head gasket or is it head? Well, the head gasket, that's one thing, one level. If it's head, it's way over the top. And guess what? 1.29 million. I had a tiny crack. It was pressurizing my coolant system and pushing coolant out the some of the hoses that kept dripping no matter what you did. And then of course the water pump on the tri-pack was dribbling too. That's because it was pressurized. You know, it had that much more pressure to it. It wasn't just pushing fluid, it was actually being pressurized from the internal system, you know, because it's all tied together. Don't ask me to go into a lot of details because I actually don't know it, but 2 months later, 2 months without work, and I'm here to tell you, I'm just glad that everything is still alive, because they went in and they did a gasket on the I guess bell housing and everything else. They found a bunch of other bearings and crap that wasn't done right from the previous mechanic when they put in my reman transmission, which was $14,000. That was several years ago. And so this bill is well over 15. But there were so many things that got doctored up by this wonderful crew. They found a lot of stuff. And I mean, they rebuilt the EGR. They did a transmission cooler that isn't internal, so you don't have a failure that goes inside of your transmission and launches it like it did the last one. You know, because I had a slurry of coolant and oil mixed, and that ate the lunch on the transmission. So I've had some challenges, let's put it that way. Everything seems to be doing perfectly. It has power that I'd forgot I'd lost. I guess it slipped away gradually, but with age, that's what happens. Just like me, I'm getting older too. So that's the best thing I could tell you. I'm still out here, I'm still doing videos. I'm just got to get them posted. But there's a lot of stuff, like I said, were repeat loads, and they weren't worth going over. But the ones that are unusual, I'll try and get up here. I'll get these stupid glasses off. These are these adjustable glasses. When you're 65, you know, you need glasses sometime. So here I am in Oregon, ready to head down to Texas. We got through Snoqualmie Pass, got through Cabbage. Everything was heavy fog. And then, but luckily there was no chain laws going on. I just didn't want to mess with that. I just bought brand new tires. That's $5,000 too. So I got new drives. Switch that over, yeah. And that's what they sell. What is it? I can't even read it because I took my stupid Falcon. Yeah, Falcon brand. That's through Les Schwab. That's open shoulder. You can see they're diggers, man. So I figured I probably have reported on that before, but wanted to mention it. Anyways, lots of new tires, lots of new equipment, new pieces, parts. We're gonna get on the move here, and it's 31 degrees in Oregon, but this is the brand new TA, brand new, right across from the scale. See how big this parking lot is? Really nice place, well lit, easy to pull in. So everything's good. There's a shot of the fuel, that's credit. So it's cash $3.52 or something like that. It's hard to read sometimes with phones. Switch that back. And I guess I'm gonna go, so I guess I'll see you on the road. You guys take care.